What's up, YouTube? So you want to cut something fairly large. So I was looking on YouTube. I couldn't find a huge amount about this. I didn't like dive into it heaps or anything, but yeah, this is how I did it, and it works pretty well. So I figured I might as well make a video of it. So hot wire cutting. There's two things that you need. First, get yourself some sort of mask, or do it outside with a very high wind and don't be downwind. Second, it is totally this. You can try and do it with other cables and such, but I'll highly recommend this. I tried copper and it burned out. I tried welding wire and it burned out. This is working and it hasn't burned out, so ideal. You can get it on eBay or online. You can't get it in the store. It was hard to find. It's apparently pretty rare in stores. So this is how I did it. I got some jumper cables. To do some length, I found that I could not use 12, 14, 16 volts. That was way too low. Way too low. So I have this. It lets me go up to 220 volts. I didn't have to go that high. I did, however, have to go to 68 volts to get. You can see how hot, when it gets hot, it just like expands, right? So it's expanded quite a bit. That's probably all right there. So yeah, this is how I did it so that it can expand and not screw me over. So as it gets hotter, it expands, and then the cable will lose its rigidity and go all floppy. So that is very annoying, because if you're cutting and it starts going floppy, it's not going to have that perfect cut that you're trying to get. So I need insulation for my truck, and I have a bunch of this free foam that I picked up. It's in really good condition, but it's way too thick for insulation. I need like multiple slices of it, and it's really, really wide, and no place could cut it because it's so wide, and they only have like these bread knife things. So this is how I'm doing it, and yeah, so piece of wood. I just put a screw in one side, connected it to jumper cables to a power supply. So you'll need, if you want to do some serious length, you will need something like 68 volts. And then just have it on one side, knotted, and then go all the way, and then just like around a little S-bend, so it keeps its tension, but can expand, because as it expands, it will get floppy. So you need some sort of weight on it. So as it expands, the weight will go down, keeping the tension. I'm using, I think, 2 kilos, and it's been plenty. And yeah, as it contracts and gets cold, it will lift back up. So it's been working really well. It hasn't snapped yet. And I'll just give you a little demonstration on how well it cuts just with this one. So I'm going to hold my breath, but you'll get the idea. So it gets warm, expands, the weight starts to drop, as you can see. Not a huge amount, but it makes a big difference. And then I'm just going to hold my breath for this one. And then you just sort of pull it through slowly, and as you go on, it'll cut. So I can definitely increase the voltage and put higher amps through this, but as you can see here, it is glowing red. So I don't know how high I can push this without it burning out. I can probably push it a fair bit higher, but I'm happy with this speed, I'm happy with this cut, and I have gone through so many copper cables and so much welding wire trying to get this to work. And this wire can obviously get significantly hotter without having any issues. So as you can see, that is working pretty nicely, and I'm very happy with the responses. I should have gone over that, because now I'm going to have a little dip it at the end. So how good is that? And that little dip is what I was talking about. That's why I got to go over this thing. Yeah, see? And it keeps its rigidity. That dog needs to stay away. Don't want to get him hurt. I'm going to turn that off. Yeah, so that's about 3 amps, 2.8 amps. I probably could push it higher. I heard people pushing like 5 amps, but I don't know how thick their cable was. So 2.8 is working for me, and I just put the voltage up until I got the about 3 amps, and I was like, it's starting to glow. It's got a good speed. I'm happy, and yeah, I'm gonna settle with that. So if this helps, feel free to like and subscribe and all that, and yeah, happy cutting.